welcome to the Freedom Train. Here with my co-host. I'm his co-host. We co-host for each other. Joseph Ward on Freedom Radio. Actually,
yes, sir.
The Freedom Train broadcast on the UI network, Freedom Radio, where we interview. Who we interview, Joe?
We interview inspiring Black entrepreneurs, actors, rappers, athletes, any Black professional that is using their craft to help better our people, free our minds spiritually, economically, educationally, all the leads that we can think of. Any person whose work is helping to uplift Black people and Black culture, that's who we're interviewing.
All the leads. All the leads.
All of the leads.
And so with that, our very first interview is going to be Brother Joseph Ward himself, because I don't think there's very many people out there doing quite as much as Joseph Ward is doing all at once right now. You're a very, 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 very busy man. So
yes, I am.
So we're going to dig right into some of those things you're doing, because you got a lot going on. Let's just give a quick overview of what all you have going on. Give the people a quick overview. You got you're working on the UI curriculum. Go ahead, give the people a quick overview.
Man, all right. Well, during my clock is during the day. I am a prevention training consultant here in the state of Florida, which is an HIV/AIDS, STD, educational, everything. Basically, I'm in charge of education. I'm in charge of outreach. I'm in charge of making sure people have the supplies they need to actually go out and prevent HIV and AIDS. I research it. I also work within the sexual violence prevention program. I actually created the sexual violence prevention program for the Leon County Health Department. I'm a part of Men of Strength. Men of Strength is a collegiate arm of Men Can Stop Rape. And with Men of Strength, I am a co-facilitator, which means my job is to give information during the meetings that we have, make sure I'm facilitating information correctly, the curriculum and the lessons and the lesson plans. So the guides, because we're about a paradigm shift, helping young men actually be an ally to women to help stop sexual violence within our communities that we exist in. When I come home, I am a blogger. I'm an author. My blog is www.liveskilled.com. My blog is dedicated to motivational and educational information designed to help people improve themselves. Like I said, I'm an author. My first published book is On the Shoulders of Giants, and On the Shoulders of Giants is a detailed, detailed biographies of prominent African American, and indigenous figures throughout North America who have contributed greatly to help uplift their people. And the actual title of the book is On the Shoulders of Giants, Volume 1, North America. You can get the book at ejunkie.com or lulu.com or amazon.com or barnesandnoble.com. I'm also a life coach as well as a motivational teacher, I like to say, but a motivational speaker as well as a life skill trainer. And as Patrick mentioned earlier, I'm a part of the Urban Intellectuals educational team, and right now we're working on putting together an African American history curriculum that can be implemented within the school systems here in the United States to help our young Black kids learn more about Black culture, Black history, to help boost self-esteem and to raise awareness about what's going on within the Black community so we can help better ourselves. Because if we don't give that information, we're going to be in trouble. That's a lot. There it is.
Boom. And who you know could spend 5 minutes giving 30-second clips of what they doing? I don't know too
Right.
many other people that can do that. I don't. So, so with that being said, we're going to get right into it. Brother Joseph,
Yes, sir.
can you let us know what moment, if there was a moment, that first woke you up and let you know that black people needed some assistance?
Well, I guess I would say halfway through my semester of taking my black psychology class at Florida A&M University. Um, Sitting in the class, reading the book, listening to the lectures, then going home and researching for myself. I figured out something is wrong. And also when I read The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson, that was an eye-opening moment that, oh yeah, something is wrong and I need to be able to do something about it.
So you started that, and what was your first thought? What was your first, like, where did you go first? Because you just listed a bunch of different things. Where did you go first in terms of helping the black community?
Well, first, I delved into, working with young kids through educational means, giving my time, giving the information that I had to help young kids really understand African history. I started with my friends as well, sharing knowledge, getting into reasoning sessions with different people from various religious backgrounds, just finding out more information and networking to be able to bring this information back to the youth, to be able to help them understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm. So, Live, Skilled, Fulfilled, Builders of Forever, Men of Strength. Did you mention Builders of Forever?
No, I did. I forgot to mention Builders of Forever. Builders of Forever is my nonprofit organization that focuses on raising the black community through education and action. Once our first focus is to educate our communities about what's going on and how to overcome the situation. Then our next step is to actually help them take action with, different resources and opportunities. And based here in Tallahassee, Florida, Builders of Forever.
How did you manage to get linked up? Like, when you went in, did you intentionally just start creating all these programs, or did it just kind of happen out of the blue?
Well, it actually kind of happened out of the blue. I'm not going to say out of the blue. I guess I would say synchronicity stepped in, because after I learned as much information as I did, and I started actually taking steps, and opportunities started opening up. As I told you earlier, I created the sexual violence prevention program in Leon County. And when I was going out to the different schools and interacting with the kids, I noticed there was a lack of information, a lack of life skills, a lack of African history, lack of self-esteem, pride, all these different things. So with me seeing that with countless numbers of black kids, I started having these ideas, and then started making smart decisions with my money. So I was able to create these different programs, and basically here I am today. I never really expected to do these things, but I'm glad I'm doing them. So
smart decisions with your money. Do you have
yes.
a program created to help black people make smart decisions with their money?
Well, that's within my life skills program. I actually have a good friend who's a commercial banker, and he gives me a lot of financial information. And I also studied some on my own, but my friend actually gave me an outline of a financial information curriculum. So actually a financial literacy curriculum. So I can actually take this and it's at a high school level, so I can actually take this into many different settings to actually help black people understand how to really manage money, how to really use money, and get to the point to where they're thinking about money the same way the wealthy does. Money as a slave, money is an object to be used to bring back more money than us worshiping money the way we do. and we'll be able to actually use our money to uplift our communities.
So let me ask you something. Life skills. Of course, I'm going to ask you something. Life skills.
Your life skills.
I know. Okay. I know your brand is Live Skilled.
Okay, life skills. My bad.
Define life skills for those people that might not be aware, because that's something that we need more of in the Black community. But what do you mean when you say life skills?
Life skills are practical skill sets that help us get from point A to point B, or help us get from the mindset of survival to the mindset of thriving, driving, and striving. So, life skills can range from basic skills like learning how to read, learning how to count, learning how to actually interact with other human beings. And life skills can also range to managing emotions, learning how to create opportunities, learning how to, thrive when you live, thrive in your environments, how to remove yourself from an undesirable environment to an environment that you more desire. Like I say, it can go from basic skills to more, I guess you could say, corporate skill sets to actually help somebody be able to speak, just like something simple, like being able to speak clearly, be able to speak in complete sentences. So when you convey a message, people can actually understand what you're saying, and people can be able to use your information, or you'll be able to use your information to be able to better yourself. And that's the purpose of life skills, to take people, give them practical skill sets to improve themselves.
All right. And have you had, how receptive are people to that particular program when you introduce it? Like, are you just doing it person to person? Are you going in the schools? Have you had any summer camps arranged where you can set things up? Like, what is that? What are you doing with the life skills, and how receptive are the people to the things that you're teaching them?
Well, I am actually implementing my life skills into the local high school football teams. That's where I'm getting my start, basically. Most of the population of the local football teams are young Black males, so my information actually is able to help young Black males. But I'm actually getting a chance to go into these schools and give this information, because I have an 8-module life skill program broken down to be able to present to any person. And once they see my modules, we're able to use them in the manner that will help the actual people that I'm actually teaching. So, and I'm also using my life skills on some of our, I guess you could say, substance addicted commercial sex workers here in Tallahassee, and being able to help them get from where they are to getting off these substances and changing their lifestyles to be able to thrive. Because just linking up with other people who've done it, and linking up with people who have the resources, and actually linking up with people who have access to persons who want to make a change. And since they want to make a change, but they may not know how to make that change, that's when I come in to actually help them make that change.
Okay. And so the run-of-the-mill question, this question you had to be expecting, what do you think is the biggest problem that Black Americans face nowadays?
Man, it's so many. But one of the biggest problems I would say is the lack of focus on education and lack of information, even though we do have access to them, because we walk around with $400 smartphones in our pockets. But the lack of information and, the lack of education, because there are too many young Black people who don't understand the value of education. And partly it could be because they were never taught to value education. And so if they come from an environment that don't value education, and they don't value the impact that education can make on their lives, then To me, that's the biggest problem, because if we don't know, then we're going to perish from lack of knowledge.
Okay. So in that same vein, what's one thing that black people could do right now that would start having an immediate impact on our future?
Well, those who know and those who are making, whether it's in education, finances, or anything, if we unite and create programs within our own communities to help uplift our people, to help link our people to resources, that talented 10th percent that Carter G. Woodson talked about, not Carter G. Woodson, but W.E.B. Du Bois, he talked about, if those of us who are that talented 10th, if we actually give back to the rest of the communities, then that talented 10th could actually grow to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and on, and you will see the black community start thriving again. Black Wall Street happened once, and it can happen again, because there have been many examples. Now, we can make that happen now if we actually pool our resources together, pool our information together, and work as a unit.
All right, and last question, Brother Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to say two questions. So I'm going to combine it into one. Okay. If you were president of Black America for a day, what is the one change you would make that would be implemented all across Black America, and what would your message be to Black America?
If I was president for a day of Black America, the one change I would make would be economics. It would be in the economic realm. I will create all type of programs and policies and initiatives and everything I can create to pool more economic resources and money into the black community, and help build up more programs in the black community, create more things that can happen, more loans, more whatever that can happen within the black community, to help build more schools geared for our survival, to help build more financial institutions, to help more banks sprout up, so that way we'll have our economics together, and we won't be in that range from only having between 2 and 5% of wealth in the country. We can have more wealth, because with more wealth, we can do more things as a people, and we wouldn't have to, have to exist within the economic conditions that we do exist in, because we think we're rich, but we're not. So economics will be the main thing that I focus on, and we will make that change in economics.
All right, and what would your message to Black America be?
Okay, well, our message would be first that we need to love ourselves as who we are. We need to love ourselves enough to stick together, love ourselves enough to work together, love ourselves enough to uplift each other. Because once we learn to love ourselves and stick together and work together and uplift each other, we will grow as a nation. We will get stronger as a nation. We will continue to build as a nation, and we will get better, and we will be able to eradicate most of these problems that we have, or all of these problems that we have, from outside sources. So first, we need to, well, I'm not going to say first, but simultaneously, we need to work on some of the issues that we have internally, but sticking together and working together and growing together will help us eliminate our external, like our foes coming from the outside that's basically trying to tear us down, i.e. the white supremacy structure. So that's what my message would be.
All right, cool. And that's how we're gonna be hitting people over the head.
Yep.
every week. And it's going to be, we're going to be laughing, we're going to be joking, we're going to be having fun. Obviously when it's the two of us, we definitely going to be getting it in and bringing up the current event topics and chopping it up with our guests.
Yes, sir.
And doing all of the goody good.
Right.
So we want you guys to tune in every Wednesday right here at 7:30
to
chop it up with Joseph and Pat
on the Freedom Train.
Choo.
Radio designed to free your mind.
Choo, choo.